It's time for Eufaula High Football with Doug Applin, Keith Bryan, John Wayne Robinson, and Jimmy Simmons.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Welcome to the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Week 2, Russell County week this week. We are a little late with our guest appearances here. So John Wayne Robinson is joining me so far to kick the show off. And we want to remind everyone that this year, of course, Tuesday night is a new night for us instead of Thursday night. But also a new feature this year is a trivia question. It's been on the Chick-fil-A Eufaula website, our Facebook page this week. But there's a trivia question out there. It is who were the only 2 players from Eufaula to win the Super Bowl in their first season in the National Football League. If you come in during 6 and 7 during this coaches show, order some food here at Chick-fil-A and answer that trivia question correctly, you will win a free chocolate chunk cookie. And let me tell you, folks, these things are divine. If you haven't had them, they're great. I took 6. You can buy singles. You can buy the 6-pack. I bought a 6-pack back. Gave them something else, but on my parents' anniversary, took them a 6-pack of cookies, and I don't think they were very thrilled. Didn't think much of them, but Mother was. Now, what time of day do they serve those things up there? I think she's come up here 2 or 3 times since then and got her 6-pack of cookies. John Wayne, those things are good. They're really, really good.
I don't blame her. If Miss Debbie's watching, I'm gonna have to bring her mine.
Yeah. So no, you can get you another one. They're not really that bad. I mean, they're not far as expensive, but they're really good. So the first time I had one really was a little over a year ago. I had not really noticed them on the menu, but we went to media days in Montgomery up at the Alabama High School Athletic Association main office there. And they serve Chick-fil-A box lunches, actually in a box just like these here. And had a sandwich, had some chips, had the waffle chips, had a cookie. And so I got through eating. I ate the cookie. I said, man, this thing is good. And it rarely do your first impression a lot of times of something is the best. Then you try to get it again, and then, it don't seem like it's as good as it was the first time. But the chocolate chunk cookie has held up I was not disappointed the second time I got it. I
just need a glass of milk to go with it.
Absolutely. I looked for milk on the menu, and they might be on the kiddie menu. I didn't see it on the because I got some lemonade to go with it tonight. But anyway, John Wayne, we missed you last week, but we rolled out some new things on the sidelines. Doug, always has a trick up his sleeve during the off season. He came up with where we can actually do some video close up. And, when we're doing the interview, people were able to see Coach Jernigan last week in addition to just hearing him. So I thought that was, I know you weren't able to make it, but you watched us, I'm sure, at some point in time.
And I appreciate Joey stepping up. And I told Joey Monday when I got to school, I said, Joey, ESPN called and they want your contact information. So he got a good laugh out of that. But he really enjoyed doing that, and I appreciate him stepping up doing that.
Oh, he did a great job. I knew he'd do a good job because, former coach, he's assistant principal at the high school, been here a number of years, knows all the kids, and he loves the kids. You know what I'm saying?
He loves the kids. He loves the teachers. He loves the school system. He is a Eufaula Tiger.
Absolutely. One of the best. And so, so let's talk about the game real quick before we bring Coach Jernigan on here. What did you think, as a fan's perspective, watching the game and not being involved?
I knew it was the first game of the season, and you were going to have your early, things you learn. You get better every week. But I was really excited to get out to an early lead. Getting that early lead really, I'm like, okay, here we go. And then we got another score. I'm like, okay, we're on the right track. I was really proud of our defense, because I think that was the youth of our defense was not a question mark, but it was something everybody was curious about coming in, the youth coming in with defense, and the way they played the first 3 quarters without giving up a point. I was really proud of those young men and proud of our coaching staff for getting them to that point. So, I was glad we scored first and scored a second time, and then our defense did their job. So,
well,
I was really proud of them kids.
I agree. Up 22-0 at halftime.
Right.
And then, when you replace your entire front 7, your whole defensive line, all your linebackers, and you replace those guys with 4 sophomores across the front.
That's right.
And then I think it's a junior, a sophomore, and a freshman at linebacker, if I remember correctly. Coach Jernigan, correct me if I'm wrong. But, I mean, they played really good ball game. I mean, there were times when Booker T was lining up. They know, I don't know if you noticed this, but particularly in the early third quarter, they lined up and running straight at you,
Right.
Eufaula. And, we gave up a little bit, but we bent, but, not
Right.
break type situation. And I was impressed with the gang tackling and how sure they tackled. So we missed a few tackles. We didn't miss that many tackles. And so I was very impressed with how they played. So, so you'll be back with us this Friday night.
I'll be here Friday night. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a big game coming up. That used to be a game that was played every year. Of course, Russell County moved into 6A, so we played them last year. We'll play them again this year, and it's just right up 431. So
I was watching the news a while ago, and they were talking about the game of the week, Battle of 431. Russell County and Eufaula. They talked about the score last year, and
right.
So that is that's a big game for this community, not just Eufaula, but Barbara and Russell County. So,
well, you haven't worked at the paper mill. You work right in their backyard there, and so you probably know a lot of those people
daddies,
from up that
way. A lot
way.
of daddies.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So while you got your moment here on the show, anything else you want to add?
Just go Tigers. Let's get us another one this Friday night.
I hope we go 2-0. Sounds good
Yes,
to me.
sir.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll bring Coach Jarrell Jernigan on here for our second segment. We'll be back with more of the Tiger Chick-Fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show after this commercial break.
Good day.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue. R.W. Wingate & Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate & Company for your accounting needs.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest, most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today at 230 South Eufaula Avenue in Eufaula, or in Clayton at 16 South Midway Street, or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing.
Looking for quality furniture at unbeatable prices? Come to Holly Home Furnishings in Eufaula. From cozy living room sets to stylish bedroom suites and modern appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house feel like a home. With flexible financing options, convenient delivery, and friendly local service, shopping has never been easier. Visit us today on South Eufaula Avenue and see why Holly Home Furnishings is your hometown choice. Holly Home Furnishings, helping your house feel like home.
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
We're back. Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Coach Jarrell Jernigan. Coach, congratulations on going 1-0. Big win last week at Booker T. Washington.
Yeah, that was a big win, especially after the year before they came down here. The season opened and beat us in our own house, so we wanted to go up there and, get back at them for coming down here the year before and beating us. And but like you said, big win. We won over. Most importantly, we got the win and we got out of there healthy.
That's the important thing. And Jalen Wright did a little bit of everything. I mean, he returned kickoffs, returned punts. He covered kickoffs, didn't he? Wasn't he in there on kickoff team?
No, he wasn't.
He did not go in there.
Wait a minute. There towards the end, there was the last kickoff when they kicked number 4 because I made this.
Maybe because we had somebody that didn't go out there and we was looking for a body to put out there. He was the closest.
I just wanted you to know I made this brilliant assumption. I'm like, why is our quarterback going in?
No, it's probably because we couldn't find nobody to go out there. And he probably was the first one by one of the coaches.
Or just so you know, he made the tackle.
Yeah. So I mean, 14 rushes, 196 yards, a touchdown, 58 more yards through the air. I mean, great performance to start the year off. So congratulations to that young man, and great job by you guys putting the players in the position to be successful like that. So I was really impressed. But you were talking about Booker T. What about Daniels? I mean, he was talking about Daniels on that kickoff return. I was talking to somebody this week that had watched the game. I don't think they were there, and they were like, I don't know why if I'm Booker T. Washington, I'm giving that guy the ball. He's touching it at least 20 times a game. I don't think he touched it that many times. But part of that was because you guys did a good job covering it. I noticed Tywan Turner was one-on-one on him several times. And
yeah, that was the game plan going in. Like I said before, during the halftime and after the game, Coach Anderson and Coach Brown had a brilliant game plan going in. And the game plan going in was the Tywan Turner was going to follow him around all night. And then, certain coverages and stuff, we going to have help over the top, especially when he was one-on-one with him, have a little help. I mean, because he's an SEC player, there's a reason why he's going to Florida. So, we give him the respect he's need. But Tywan Turner did a brilliant job on him. I think he had, maybe 4 catches for 33 yards. Yeah. I know he had the speed sweep, and I think they counted that as a pass when they pitched it to him. And he scored on him. But like you said before, I don't know why they waited that late. They keep giving it to him like that. I'd have been giving it to him from start to finish in the game right there. So, I was proud of my defense. We bottled him up, and we never really let him get going. And my D line, defense as a whole, because they got the pressure when we needed it. And I think I heard you say before, we gang tackle the person that got the ball, and that big 9th grader they had come in 22. I mean, he was a load coming in there, and we did an outstanding job tackling him.
Absolutely, because I think he was listed at 6'2", 220. Yeah. That's a huge ninth grader. So if we keep playing those, and I don't know, from year to year if we're going to continue to play Booker T or not, but we'll see him 3 more times if we do.
Oh yeah.
But talking about Daniels, I don't remember him catching a pass beyond about 5 yards. It was a little underneath stuff, and then that's I don't know what do you call that? That speed sweep. It's a shuffle.
Speed sweep, jet sweep.
Jet sweep.
Nowadays we just toss it in and count it as pass yards. So
I understand it's a pass, but I always called it a jet or a speed or whatever.
That's basically what it is.
But it's not a handoff; it's a toss.
No, it's a toss. So if you drop it, it's incomplete.
I understand. So, but having said that, they tried to get him the ball over the top 2 or 3 times, but we covered it well. And part of it, I think that quarterback, he may have been a first-year starter. I don't know. He didn't do a great job getting the ball downfield, but we were covering him. We were all over him.
And also we missed some coverages up backside too. That's one of the ones when Nayland Murphy got his interception on. I don't think they seen him rotating back to that middle of the field, coming from that 3 receiver side. So my defense, they did a great job. There's big shout out to Coach Dub and Coach Plott and getting those DBs ready to go.
Yeah, and just looking at tackles, it looks like Jalen Parker was the leading tackler with 5, and then Nayland Murphy, they were tied with 5 apiece. And of course, Nayland Murphy had that interception. Yeah. But I was impressed with the defensive line. Kenobi Cherry there, he got 2 tackles and 2 assists, I guess 5 altogether. But he had a sack and a tackle for loss.
Yes, he did, but we could have had a lot more because there was a couple times we got back there and let him slip through our hands. And I hear Coach Brown over the headset, and he was like, "We're right there, get him down." But that's all. I mean, that's really going in the right direction with those guys being so young down there. So they, as the season go on, I mean, they're just gonna grow and get better.
That's right. So overall,
And then my linebackers, they played really well. Jamari Thomas and Nyan Henry, for them to be so young. You got a 9th grader, 10th grader, and a 11th grader. And, for them to be in there, especially Jamari Thomas, because he's undersized. And he go balls to wall, 100 miles per hour every snap. He give it all he got. And Coach Colt's been doing a really, really, really wonderful job with them. Him coming in so late, he getting hired so late and coming in and just, coaching those guys up.
Well, that was one of the things I was most impressed. Obviously, we were concerned with so much youth on the front. I mean, especially as big as Booker T. Washington is, concerned about them lined up and just running straight at us. But I thought they did
for a while in that third quarter. They opened up. They came at us running for a while, and I think we had to go to our 4-man front for a little bit. Try to take some of that pounding off us. And I think they scored that first drive. They came out. Then after that, we kind of got back in the groove of things.
Well, what I thought was so important was they scored to draw within 16, two touchdowns, 2-point conversions, but we responded with the next drive with a touchdown and an extra point. So, I mean, that was big. We took it and drove the length of the field. So, I mean, credit to the players, you guys, for calling the right plays and just doing what you had to do to win the game on the road. So, big win. Great to be 1-0. I guess it's time to turn our attention to this week's game because it's a big one, the first home game of the year. And before we do that, let's take a quick commercial break. Want to remind people, come out and join us here at Chick-fil-A for the Coaches Show each week. If you answer the trivia question correctly, you get a free prize. This week it's a chocolate chunk cookie. And the question is, and we'll give it to you again, it's on the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Facebook page, but who are the only 2 Eufaula players to win the Super Bowl their first year in the NFL? Once again, the only 2 players to win the Super Bowl in their first year in the NFL. So that's the question. If you give the correct answer here at the cash register when you're buying your meal, a free chocolate chip cookie, they are outstanding. There's not much of this one left because I've been eating it here while we were getting ready for the show. But anyway, we'll be back with more of the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show after this timeout.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole-home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, Impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
At Glover Funeral Home, family means everything. Owned and operated by Kendall and Caroline Hanahan Glover. We live by our motto, our family serving your family. We treat each family we serve as one of our own, providing care and support during your time of need. Our dedicated staff is available 24/7 by email, phone, or in person. When you need us most, Glover Funeral Home is here for you because family always comes first.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-70.
When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutterman Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter system designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful, durable finish.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Hey, we're back on the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Once again, we want to encourage everyone to come out and join us live here at Chick-fil-A, 6 o'clock every Tuesday night on a game week, which I don't know, Coach. I should be more familiar with it, but we have an off week this year at all. I'm looking.
Yes, we do. We always have our off week right before the Charles Henderson game.
Okay.
If I'm thinking.
I
correct.
see. Open right there. So, yeah. So we may or may not. I guess we probably will do a coach's show that week. I don't know. To recap the previous week, I don't know. We'll decide as we go along, but that's still almost 2 months away. But in the meantime, come out here and join us on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. At your local Chick-fil-A here, Chick-fil-A of Eufaula. So anyway, Coach, looking to Russell County, they went to Ozark and defeated Carroll, with the debut of their new renovations in their stadium. So I think Carroll, new lights. Did they put in a replay board too?
Oh yeah, they had their jumbotron. They got new lights. They got the turf and the track around. I mean, they got nice facilities down there. So they Reeves Gert been doing a great job down there, but
yeah.
But I don't think their facility's better than ours. So
well, I'm not saying it is, but did they do something with the press box also?
Yeah, they had a new press box also.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I know we're headed down there.
Don't count on us.
9/19, the 19th of September. So anyway, but
they also got a visitor press box too. So that's pretty
right.
much what we'll be at over there.
That's right. That's right. So but I guess I was saying all that. The reason I even brought in all those details is Russell County went to Ozark and kind of ruined the debut of their new stadium. So Russell County.
Well, they played it in last year though.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think they played the first 6 games in a row, and then they played Pike County.
Okay.
There last year.
That's right.
So.
I guess that's right. I just missed it. It'll be our first trip to see it.
Yes. Yes.
So okay. Well, anyway, I think it was 33-0 last year that Russell County or 32-0. I think that they defeated Carroll. This year, 42-13, similar margin, but I understand it may have been a little different. The Carroll.
Yeah, I think Russell. Carroll came out. They scored the first drive, and I think it was 21-13 with like 2 minutes left to go before halftime. And then I think Russell County scored right there to go up right there, and then they never looked back. But Russell County, I mean, they're a good team. They're a well-coached team. You know, I know the head coach pretty well. I mean, him went to college together. And Dylan Griggs, he was my equipment manager when I was playing down in Troy. So
seriously, I didn't know that.
So me and him know each other pretty good. But I know they're going to be well coached, and they like to throw it around a little bit. They got big receivers. Offensively, they got big receivers. And they led by that quarterback. I think Bryson Griggins, something like that.
It's not the same quarterback as last year.
It is.
It is?
It's the same one.
Oh,
same
boy.
one.
I was hoping he was a senior.
No.
He wasn't real big, but he's got a lively arm, and he's
Yeah.
very fast.
Yeah, he's back. So they're led by him. Like you said, they like to throw it around a little bit. But I think they try to be more a little 50-50 now in the run game and in the pass game. So we got to bring an A game and come play.
Absolutely. I didn't realize. I knew they had a good year last year, but they finished 9-3. They had I guess an 8-2 regular season. The only home loss they had was to the Eufaula Tigers.
Yeah.
And that was an exciting game. It was back and forth. The final score of that game, I don't have it right here in front of me. 34-21 was the final score, but we never could get. We stayed a touchdown ahead of them. We finally got 2 touchdowns up and got a little bit of breathing room, able to close it out. And if I remember correctly, we had 2 sophomores in there at the end of the game. Ty McCoy was running quarterback, and Perry Denard was running back.
Correct.
And 2 sophomores kind of iced the game on the ground there on that last possession. It was a great win for Eufaula.
Yeah, it was a well-needed win. And also, I remember last year it was tied 14-14 going into the halftime, and then we came out and decided that, we was going to be the tougher team. And I can remember that we pretty much ran tied, I want to say about 14, 15 times from quarterback. And we just said if we was going to win that game, we was going to win the game on the ground, running the ball. And then when the opportunity presents itself, we'll go over the top on the pass.
Right. And it was a really good game plan and a great win for Eufaula. And we didn't know how big of a win it was until the season played completely out. I mean, they're 6A now. And, that's one of the better victories of the season for Eufaula to beat a 6A that ended up finished the season 9-3 in the second round of the 6A playoffs. So looking around the region, just kind of recap some stuff. Andalusia, of course, all this stuff. I'm just saying it for the fans. Andalusia came up short at Enterprise 31-10, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. Enterprise 6A, we know 7A. What they're, or I'm sorry, 7A. We went down there 2 years ago and opened up. So that's one of those games that we might have get paid a little bit, but it might not be one we want to do again, right? And then, of course, Catholic hosted St. James 32-6. They were victorious. Charles Henderson came up short against Chelsea 51-27. Greenville over Georgiana 34-6. And then Headland over Dale County 33-20. So in the region play, there are 4 teams that are 1-0 and then 3 teams that are 0-1. So the only thing that's important right now, though, I guess, is the next game on the schedule. You want to win them all, I'm sure, Coach. And Russell County Warriors coming to Eufaula, the Battle of 431. John Wayne was telling us before the show tonight that it's the WTVM or one of the Columbus stations, their game of the week. You may already be aware of that.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So it's their game of the week. So we'll have probably a pretty good bit. I'm sure there'll be a camera crew down here most of the game covering the game, and of course they'll have good coverage on the newscast on Friday night afterwards. So it's a big game, and I'm sure you have the guys ready to go. So you already kind of covered that in the first section. We got out of that game no injuries, so we're in pretty good shape on all that. Anything else? I know this is the first home game of the year.
Yeah,
everybody's asking about the Jumbotron. Kind of give us an update on that, and some of the other changes, and what the fans should expect tomorrow.
Yeah, first of all, speaking of the fans, I want to really thank them. We had a really good crowd in BTW last week. So I want to thank our fans for showing up, and supporting us, because we had a really good crowd to be a away team that I thought when I look back and seen the crowd we had. Just wanted to tell them keep it coming. We're going to do our best, try to get these W's out there for them, and just pack the house this Friday. We'll be in all red with black accessories. So we asking all fans to wear white to come and support us. But, yeah, like you said, first home game, all protocols, clear bag policy. Tickets will be on GoFans. We prefer you to buy the tickets on GoFan, but we will have a cash box at the gate for the ones that, is not tech savvy or whatever. So we will have a box at the gate, and then the ones that missed reserve tickets this year, we will be selling them at the gate also in the reserve section.
Okay.
So we'll be selling them at the gate for the reserve section. So the ones that missed the reserve tickets, you have another opportunity to buy them at the gate.
Okay. Not tech savvy, technologically impaired, whatever you want to call it, right? But they can still use cash.
Yes.
So that's important.
We gotta have a cash. Yeah, I think that's a state law that we gotta have a cash box at the gate.
All right. Well, that's outstanding. So now everybody, somebody asked me today. I've had multiple questions about the Jumbotron. It will be. We talked about it last week, but just to reiterate, it'll be ready for the Headland game,
September 12th game. On the last update we got on it, the crew will be traveling in tomorrow, and they will start Thursday on it. So you'll see some construction probably Friday while we out there playing. I'm pretty sure by Friday they've got started on it because they're traveling to Eufaula tomorrow. That's the last update we got on it, and then they'll start on it Thursday morning.
Okay, so plenty of time. They'll have, 2 weeks to get things installed and get everybody trained up on the board. So that'll be great. Something to look forward to that Headland game for the second home game of the season. And the schedule actually plays out pretty good. You're away, you're at home, you're away, you're at home. It kind of does that until you have a couple of home games back to back with Wetumpka and Greenville. Actually, there's three in a row. I didn't realize that. Wetumpka, Greenville, and Andalusia before the open date. So pretty good schedule. Now, Coach, the schedule I've seen haven't had homecoming on there.
Homecoming is October 3rd versus Greenville.
Okay. I assume that might be the case, but I didn't know for certain. So I just wanted to make a note of that.
October 3rd versus
so everyone's heard that. So, well, great. Well, I guess there's anything else that you need to communicate before we go?
Talk about the lights. We displayed them last night during the JV game and middle school game, which we had a great crowd at our middle school and JV game last night versus Beauregard. And, we got new LED lights. They're amazing. They focus is the brightness on the field looks really good. I like it because you look up at the lights, they don't blind you like the older lights did when you look up at it. And then for the player standpoint, you don't lose that ball in the air when you're looking up trying to track a ball. It's not blinding. You still can see that ball. So I said it last week, but thanks to our board, for making all the improvements in Tiger Stadium because, it looked good. I went out there today, all the railings, they changed the railings to black. The sidewalks leading up to the stands are red right there on the edges. So, it looked nice. Today they finished painting the goalposts. They knocked all the old paint off and repainted the goalposts and stuff, so it really looked nice.
Well, that's exciting. Anytime you have a facelift on something like that, it's exciting. So you talk about being able to track the ball better with the LED lights. LED lights are still a fairly new phenomenon. I remember when did you ever play under LED lights?
I did not.
So, okay. I thought that was the case because I remember when Alabama and maybe Alabama was one of the first college stadiums I can think of to get it, and it hasn't been that long ago. So anyway, they can do so many things with them. So will these lights have the capability to change color?
I don't know yet. We're still trying to figure that out. So
okay, because that's one thing.
As of right now, we haven't seen none of that. So
okay. Well, the first high school stadium I went to and saw them was at Pike Road. Pike Road's had them for a while.
Yeah.
I think it was actually before we had an off week or it was before we started back broadcasting, Doug. I had gone to a game at Pike Road, and
they had them when we went down there and played.
I know, but that's been 3 or 4 years ago. So it's probably been 6 or 7 years they've had them. So, but there's changed color. So you might check with them, see what you need to do about that. I don't know. It's kind of neat though. Any questions from the audience, Doug?
There was one, but Jarrell's covered about reserve sections. I did have one the other day about some of the reserve sections that wasn't sold this year. If they buy reserve seats, can they sit in their old seats? I don't know. Are they marked off or what?
So this what this all we didn't print the top 2 tickets, the rows of tickets, but now we have them. So if they just want their ticket to put in a frame, they can come get it. Because from my understanding, in the reserve section, no one sits in their seats anywhere. They just go in there and sit wherever they want to sit. But if they want their ticket to frame it. We got them. We did go back and purchase those top 2 rows. We just didn't at first. We didn't purchase them at first because last year we wasted so much money on reserve tickets and never used them. So we just kept the ones we had from the previous year. But we did go back and buy those top 2 rows. So if they would like to come back and get those top 2 rows, they're more welcome to.
But they need to go get them tomorrow to school so they don't wait till Friday night and somebody goes and gets an individual game ticket. And
I mean, that's fine. They have reserve tickets. But if they just want that one
and this
that says
just the center section in front of the
yes,
press box.
Yes, just the center section in front of the press box.
Well, now, I guess I'm asking because I don't know, but I was under the impression the entire top section above the rails is reserved.
The reserve seat is only the center section in front of the press box. That's the only reserve section in Tiger Stadium.
So the sides,
it's not reserved.
Okay. I thought they checked your tickets before you came up through the.
Just that center section.
Just
Now,
center
they have reserved the sides for reunions before or something, like if
Okay.
they're doing something special. But now we also have a section, the student section's over by the band. Don't they have a certain section for them?
Yeah, the student section's over by the band. Yeah.
They usually make the highlights. So
Yeah. So talking about fans, I was very impressed last week at Booker T. Washington also. Didn't know what to expect on the road. Pretty good little trip. I mean, it's over an hour up there. And with the weather the way it was, it rained. I mean, it rained hard before the game. It was,
Yeah, it was coming down during pregame warm-up also. It
Right.
was like that steady little misting that just kept coming for about an hour and a half.
Right. But we traveled well, I thought. I mean,
did.
just looking, which is always hard to get a perspective. You
And
could
speaking
look.
of traveling well, did y'all see our new activity bus?
I did.
Yeah, so that was sweet.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Yeah.
Hey, I wanted you to mention the is it Turner that we talked about that covered the kid that was going to Florida all night. I thought from
Taiwan,
play one.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Taiwan Turner.
They from play one they tried to get it to him all night long,
Yeah.
and the only way in the second half they were getting it to the big receiver was quick tosses or line of scrimmage type things. He did a great job. I
Oh
thought.
yeah, he did a wonderful job. He told me after the game he take 2 of those stars away from him and give it to him. So
So how is he a 4-star?
yes, he's a 4-star.
4-star.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, who all is looking at Taiwan Turner? Because I know he's being
Well,
recruited.
He got an offer from Tuskegee right now, but you got some other colleges like Troy talking to him and Alabama State and stuff like that, some mid-major schools. So
Okay.
this is gonna be a big year for him.
That's right. So just curious, how tall is Taiwan?
Taiwan is about 6 foot, 6'1".
That's
6
what
foot and a
we
half.
figured. We
You
figured he
know,
was giving up, maybe 5 inches or so to.
weigh about 175.
Yeah. So I mean that's good size for a cornerback, and that's what
And he's
he
long,
plays.
so he's long and can run.
Right.
So
That's right.
a good thing he has going for him.
That's right. So that's excellent. But as far as the fans were concerned, you have a good perspective being on the field. You can look up at our fans. You can look across the field. Just from our perspective, looking down, it looked like we had more people
fans,
there.
Correct. And one of my coaches said that I always look before the kickoff to see, how the crowd looks and see what kind of crowd we got. And then one of our coaches said that we traveled well. And then that's when I look back and see like we have more fans than they did.
Yeah. So hopefully that's the start of good things this year. Hopefully
Yes,
we
sir.
can continue that. We'll have a good
Keep winning.
Yeah,
Keep
good
winning.
good crowd this week, and then just continue that on. So we appreciate you coming out and joining us, and hope to be sitting here this time next week 2-0. So
Yes, sir.
heading into a big game. The week after this one, we got Catholic on the road. We got we owe those guys a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to find something and go up there and come away with a win there too. So anyway, till next week, we appreciate Coach Jernigan joining us, and we have one more segment on the show tonight. We've got Coach O from the middle school will be joining us fresh off a big victory last night. So stay tuned for the next segment. And for now, Coach Jernigan, we wish you the best and good luck this Friday night.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Go Tigers.
All right, we'll be back with more of the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show after this.
Don't suffer in the summer heat. Benefield's Heating and Cooling in Eufaula has you covered. Locally owned and operated, licensed and bonded, we're your trusted Bryant Factory authorized dealer. And just like Bryant says, we service everything we sell. So stay cool all summer long with Benefield's Heating and Cooling. Call 334-695-8039 today and be a cool cat this season.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
Hey, this is Pastor Jimmy Simmons with Chester Chapel. We would like to invite you to come out with us to worship with us at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings for Sunday school and 11 o'clock for a worship service, and then Wednesday night at 6:30. And as always, go Tigers.
Hello, I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
You seeing this? 10-4.
That's a deal so good it's downright criminal.
Beef O'Brady's new Steakout Thursday. Choose a ribeye steak sandwich, cowboy steak salad, or Philly cheesesteak. Just $12.99 every Thursday at Beef's. See you at Beef's.
Roll, roll your boat gently past the reef.
Until it's Friday fish and chips, sitting in a beef. Beef O'Brady's Fish and Chips Fridays. Crispy golden cod, just $11.49. Fish and chips at Beef's.
Every Friday.
At Sutton Heating and Cooling LLC, you get hometown service. Tanner Sutton and his team make you their priority. You can expect worry-free customer service from Sutton Heating and Cooling. Whether you're looking to upgrade your system or need 24-hour emergency service, Sutton is the name to remember. For your free estimate, call Sutton Heating and Cooling LLC at 334-695-7054. 334-695-7054. Sutton Heating and Cooling LLC.
Give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy, say that's overdue. My ring, should be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson, and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-Fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Hey, we're back with the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Once again, we want to remind everyone about the trivia questions that we're doing this year. If you were present for the show between 6 and 7 o'clock and order something to eat here at Chick-fil-A, answer the trivia questions correctly, then they're going to give you a prize tonight. The prize is a chocolate chunk cookie. So I will reiterate the questions. If you're driving around, you want to just whip in here real quick. Who were the only two Eufaula High School Tiger players to go on and play in the NFL in their first season in the NFL, win the Super Bowl? There were two players that won the Super Bowl their first year in the NFL. Who are they? If you give the correct answer, you will get a chocolate chunk cookie. I answered the question correctly, and I got a chocolate chunk cookie, so it's excellent. So I'll encourage you. There'll be another question next week. We'll actually give you next week's question before we sign off the air tonight. And the answer. So if you're paying attention, but you'll have to be here next week to answer the question. But we'll give you next week's question and answer before the end of the show. But right now, this segment, we have a new middle school coach who is 1-0 on the season, I might add. Coach O.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. We were talking off the air before you came on, and had no idea. I'd seen your name, but had no idea that I knew your family. So part of the Lewis family here in Eufaula. So we welcome you home. Now, I know your mom's from here, but she had lived off for years. Had you ever lived in Eufaula prior to now?
I've never lived in Eufaula, but in the early 80s, every summer I was here.
Okay.
I got an Aunt Catherine. I was passed on. I used to come stay with her while I would stay with my Uncle Fred, and that was every summer thing, and I look forward to it.
Okay. Well, I knew your Uncle Fred. Of course, his son's Freddie, and I guess I shouldn't be calling all the family names, but anyway, I know know all of them quite well, and so great family, great people, and so how has it been in Eufaula so far, other than the humidity?
Well, it's been a little bit of a culture shock. I've been in Minnesota for the past 15 years, but I graduated from Troy, so I'm familiar with Alabama. And I came down here to take care of my mom. I got a great mom, as you know.
Oh yeah,
And everywhere I've ever been, her plea has been come back home. And now the mind is strong, and the spirit is still strong, but the body's starting to slow down. So I told her, hey, when I call, I'm gonna move down here, and I teach and I coach. And she was like, she didn't say yes, she was ready, but for the first time in 10 years, she didn't say no. So I knew it was time to come home.
yeah, because she's a very independent lady, I should say.
Extremely independent.
Yeah, well, that's great. I'm glad everything worked out for you to come home, and it's an invaluable time that you spend with
Oh,
her right now.
definitely.
So that's great. So let's talk about football a little bit. So what's your history? You said you went to Troy. What's
Mhm.
your coaching history in
Minnesota.
yeah.
Well, I'll rewind. I went to Harris County High School and I played there. I walked on West Georgia in Carrollton in the mid '90s, and I was there for a while. And then I joined the United States Army, and I actually got most of my football experience playing when I was in the United States Army. I was on a semi-pro team in Central Texas. Most of my team was military guys. And when I got out, I came to Troy after I got out of Iraq, and I went from Troy, and I was kind of happy in Alabama, and Mom was in Minnesota, so I moved to Minnesota to be near to her, and I started teaching. And I initially started teaching to coach. Then I fell in love with education. Didn't see that coming. But I coached at a couple of schools out there. I got hired at Dinah High School. I was there for a little while, didn't stay too long. And then I coached a little bit at a place called Farview. And I was there for a little while. Um, but I love ball. I've been around it. I got my degree, ironically enough, in broadcast journalism with a minor in sports information. I actually wanted to be on the NFL Network. That was my goal. One of my classmates is Patrick Claiborne.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I got here and they mentioned coaching, I was like, you know what, I wanna get back into that. I enjoy working with the young people and I love the game. So
Right. Yeah, that's great. That's outstanding. So what do you teach at the middle school?
I teach a business class, and it's funny how things work out. My last job before I got here, I was working at the Boys and Girls Club in the Twin Cities, and it's huge up there. And we got probably one of the best one in the state called Jerry Gamble's, and I worked as a Pathways career facilitator, which is pretty much what I'm doing now with the middle school kids. So I'm the guy that teaches them soft skills, how to interview, to wear a tie, what to ask in the interview, um, how to write a resume. And I think it's a really great thing about Eufaula, Alabama in general, that they're preparing their young people that early. In
Right.
Minnesota, I was working with high school kids,
Right.
but to have a program where they're talking to middle school kids about that already, I think is amazing. Something else that really grabbed me was Admiral Moore's rule about letting sixth graders get acclimated to academics first for that first year, and then you can play seventh and eighth grade. I think it's a really wise idea as an educator. Let a kid figure out how to do your schoolwork first, and then your
Right.
next year, now you can play sports.
That's right. And it's a wise decision because it's going to be the exceptional sixth grader that's going to play much anyway,
Yeah.
probably between seventh and eighth graders, and I'm excited to hear what you're talking about basically real life job skills and things like that.
Mhm.
That's great to introduce them to that at that age, and then
Yep.
reiterate later on.
Yep.
It gives them an opportunity. Sometimes the first time you hear stuff, you don't really know how it all fits in,
Mhm.
but you hear it multiple times and you start figuring where the pieces fit. So
Now I'll say this: I agree with the rule and I like it, but on opening house for sixth graders, I saw a young man. I don't want to mention his name because I don't want him to leave Eufaula till I can coach him, and then he can go to Jarrell and win a state title. But I'm not joking when I say he was about 6'1.5", 6'2", 230 pounds easy.
in the sixth grade,
Sixth grade, and I saw him, and when I saw him at the door, I thought it was a man with his daughter. As I got closer, I realized he was a kid. So I introduced myself. I told him I was Coach O, and I'm the middle school head coach. And I said, "How old are you? Are you in the right orientation?" He said, "I'm in the sixth grade, sir." I said, "How old are you?" He said, "I just turned 11." I said, "Ooh,
11.
11." I shook his mom's hand, and I was like, I need to get to know
Mhm.
you, and I'm gonna make sure I stay in contact. So in seventh grade, he can come play for me.
That's great. We'll have to keep an eye out. That's outstanding. So
Our coaches show just probably went viral all over the
that's
state.
right. That's right. We didn't say any names. We just know
Nope.
there is a random sixth grader somewhere walking the halls of Albemarle Middle School.
Yes, sir.
So now, does that young man have any experience playing prior? Did he play Pee Wee football or anything? Do you know?
I've noticed the thing here. A lot of the bigger kids aren't just big; they play something. So this kid plays basketball, and when I hear basketball from a big kid, I know automatically you got good feet.
Right.
You know how to box out. You know how to rebound, and if it's not a big, huge transition from that to blocking or tackling, because I know you can run already.
That's right.
Yeah, so he told me he played basketball. He said that he hadn't played football yet, but he wanted to. And I said, hey, I can guarantee you, Coach will have you a spot when you come out of 7th grade.
That's right. So at 11, if he's over 6 feet already at 11, entering the 6th grade. So I mean, you don't know. You never know how kids are going to grow. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you see those kids that are that tall, and then they're that tall when they're a senior.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're that tall and they're 6'9" when they're a senior. So you just
Yeah.
don't know what to expect. So, but speaking of underclassmen, I guess, you know, the 7th and 8th grade teams in middle school, majority of the times they're dominated by the 8th graders just because they're older kids. But I understand last night you had a 7th grader that showed out pretty well.
Yes, we do. We have a young guy. When I first got here, as soon as I got the job, the first name I heard was MK. They told me he was a great athlete, great student. I heard about his baseball exploits. I heard about his basketball exploits, and I was kind of told, that's your quarterback. And I was like, I believe in everybody earning their spot, but we'll see. So the first spring was summer workout. He comes in, and I'm running wind sprints with all the athletes, and I realized in the first 4 or 5 steps, if he's not the fastest young man, he's in the top 3. Then I watched him just playing around with the rest of the kids and snagging passes. And I was like, man, this kid, now I haven't seen him play baseball yet. I just heard stories, but he's an amazing athlete. I noticed him when I first got there, but the young men that play on the line, my defensive line and my O-line, I have never seen kids that big, that athletic, that young.
That's great to hear.
We need them.
Yeah.
We need them.
One of the defensive line coach for Eufaula High said, Coach O, you better do a good job because your D-line is bigger than mine right now. I'm not joking when I tell you I got a young man on the defensive line that plays defensive end, and he plays right tackle. Again, I'm not naming any names, but I can tell you he's 6 foot, 246 pounds and solid. And he is not the biggest guy on the line. I got another guy that's playing defensive tackle, and he wants to play in, but I'm like, man, you right there. I need you to blow up the offensive line. He's about 6'2", about 238.
Oh, boy.
And we're talking about a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old.
My goodness. You know, last year, there's a starter on the opposite line for Eufaula High School that actually played in a varsity game last year as an 8th grader. So,
wow.
Yeah. And he's starting this year as a 9th grader. So, I mean, it's not hard to figure out Jackson Renfro. But
yeah.
But he played in a varsity game at Greenville last year. He went out on the field and had a chance to I guess you'd say letter or whatever on the varsity level as an 8th grader last year.
Wow.
So hopefully it sounds like you've got some potential guys that's got the same potential there.
We got a few.
Yeah. So that's really good news. Good things to hear. So talk a little bit about the game last night. Who we played, final score, things like that.
All right. So the final score, and I'm not looking, but I'm pretty sure that it was 26-14. Somebody back me up on that stat wise, but it's 26-14. As a coach, the final score matters, but I'm always sad in my soul about the scores that we did get. It could have been we could have scored a lot more. I was really, really excited because I wanted to see what my offensive and defensive line was going to do. I know what we've done in practice, but it's kind of different when you watch your guys play, against your own guys. And I really wanted to see what the aggression level was going to be like. And they did exceptionally well. I mean, we lived in the backfield. A lot of times we weren't really running a lot of defensive line stunts. Now, we did blitz every now and then, but my play side tackle, play side end, playing to the strengths, just beat their guy down after down after down after down. It was amazing to watch. Now, MK was our quarterback, and we have another young man that plays QB, and we ended up moving MK to receiver to get a spark. and he just went off. I know he had 3 catches. I know he scored 3 touchdowns.
Oh, three. All I know is I saw one highlight, and it was an Odell Beckham Jr. type catch, but he didn't just catch that pass over 2 defenders. He kept his balance and scored a touchdown. Yeah, so that was super impressive. That was the one play I was thinking of, but I didn't know he had 2 other receptions.
2 receptions for touchdowns.
My goodness.
They were long. He caught one and then cut clear cross field, untouched, and scored. Now, nothing against the officiating, but Chunston Reeves, our running back, was also a talented kid. He ran the ball on 1st and goal and got in the end zone. He rolled over another body, and they didn't count that one. We dropped a 2-point conversion. We had another one where we had a quarterback roll out, and the receiver, for whatever reason, didn't run, but he would have been wide open. And then we had a couple of comeback routes that were open in the end zone where we just didn't release the ball in enough time. But the defense played extremely well. My big concern was that my most dominant offensive lineman are also my most dominant defensive lineman. And I was like, will they have a stamina to go the whole game? Now, I pride myself of getting everybody playing time. I feel like our best chance of building a quality program and helping you follow how I continue to win is it's easy to focus on the guys that you can see coming. But you want to teach the fundamentals to everybody because you never know.
Absolutely.
I've been involved with programs where the guy that was the 3rd string tight end ends up being the star later on because you never know with these kids at this age.
Right.
So I'm trying to get everybody reps. And today we spend a lot of time in practice working with the number 2s.
Well, and the kids that are the age they are now, 7th, 8th grade, you don't know what they're going to be when they're sophomores, juniors, and seniors in high school. How they're going to grow or whatever. So they learn the fundamentals, have a good experience now, get on the field, and stay with it. Because I remember many years ago, we'd have a big group in middle school. We'd have a big 9th grade team, and then those guys would see the attrition by the time they were seniors. You'd have a third of them playing football. So it's great for them to have a good experience and all. As we talk about it, when's the next time the middle school will be at home for the people that have an opportunity to come out and watch these young men play?
Well, I'm going to answer that question, but I want to share this. Never in my life have I seen this much support for middle school teams. I want to thank the entire Eufaula City. I saw parents out there. I saw faculty members out there. I saw families out there. When I walked out, I'm going to be honest, I took a deep breath like, wow, this is a lot of support. Then I thought, Lord, please let us win. Our very next game is going to be Tuesday, September 2nd. I know that we're off Labor Day holidays, but we have 6 games total. 5 of the 6 are going to be at home. We got 1 away game this year.
Well, that's outstanding to get 5 games at home.
Yeah.
So I know I'm putting you on the spot. I don't know if it's out there anywhere online, but is it online somewhere where someone can go and find the schedule of when you guys play?
I don't know, but what I can do is
do you know?
I can put it out.
Well, do you know? I mean, on the 2nd, the day after Labor Day, who do we play?
BTW.
And they're here. Okay.
And I don't know if y'all mentioned it, but it was Beauregard last night, correct?
Yep.
And which Beauregard is usually a pretty strong opponent. So
right. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a great win. And just judging by what we saw on the field Friday night, Booker T. Washington's going to bring some talent down here, too.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be good. That'll be the next opportunity. So this upcoming Tuesday night,
yes, sir.
What time does the middle school game kick off?
This game should be 5:30 because I know the first one's at 5. I think the next couple of games are going to be at 5:30 p.m.
5:30 from Tiger Stadium.
Yes, sir.
So that's great. So Coach, I didn't make it. I hate to say it, I didn't even realize there were games last night. I'd have been there, but I plan to be there Tuesday night if at all possible. Well, no, we'll be here that Tuesday night. We'll have a coach's show. So unless we do
I had a new grandson make an appearance, so that's why I wasn't there. But I did see the pictures that Jeff Lee took, and there was some athletic plays.
He took that. He's got a still shot of that one-handed catch, which was outstanding. So do you know when the next game is after Tuesday, after the 2nd?
Well, if you permit me to look at my cell phone, I can tell you the whole
Absolutely.
schedule.
Go ahead. We'll find something to talk about. While you're doing that, it'll give us an opportunity to talk about the trivia, unless you got something.
No, go ahead. While you're looking up the trivia question again, I want to tell Coach O, first off, thank you for your service. Somebody mentioned that to me just a second ago, was talking about good players. And I didn't realize we taught a business class in the middle school. And
I didn't either.
I'm going to tell you, it's kind of funny that he said that because I was in Dothan the other day, and I was standing there close to the service desk, and a young lady come in, and I saw her come in, and she was kind of standing off to the side, and I heard her. I just noticed she had SpongeBob pajamas. You know, it's nothing.
Yeah.
She came in and asked for a job application. So how great is it to teach people what people expect or what will give you a leg up when you go to ask for a job interview? Because as a business owner, nothing against her. I didn't know anything about her, but that would have been a notch against coming in asking for a job.
Right. But some people you don't know what you don't know till you know it.
True.
So,
That's
I mean, she didn't know any better.
Yep.
Exactly.
She didn't have your class.
Yep, she didn't have a class.
Okay. So,
and you know who taught me.
oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right, so you guys ready for the schedule?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, oh, wow. All right, let me make sure I got this correctly. There we go. All right, so September 2nd, kicking off at 5:30 in Eufaula. We play BTW. The very next week, September 8th, against Bullitt County. We also play at 5:30. It's also a home game in Eufaula.
That's a Monday, though.
That's a Monday.
Yep.
Okay.
Our games are primarily on Monday. I think Labor Day just threw everything off.
With
And
Labor
then
Day.
September 15th is our one lone away game. We're playing Valley, and that's away. And the kickoff for that is at 5 p.m. And then the week after that, September 22nd, we're playing Russell County at home. And then our final game of the season, which will be at home September 29th at 5:30 p.m. kickoff at Eufaula, is MMS versus Headland.
Okay.
That's our last game.
That's good. That's a regional opponent for the Tigers on the high school level. So that's good preview game. That's great. We appreciate it.
You got to watch when you play Headland. Any of those kids' last name Jackson or Williams, you
Yeah.
got to draw a circle around.
That's right. But so pretty much the 2nd at 5:30. After that, every Monday night, the rest of September except for the 15th at home.
At home.
Catch the Admiral Moore Middle School Admirals play.
Yep.
It's time to twisters. But we appreciate it, Coach. We appreciate you joining us. And we can tell you've got that broadcasting background, that broadcasting major. You're a natural. You do a great job.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'm really, again, I really just want to all the listeners out there, first off, you got to watch about this. Now that I know about you guys, I'm going to make sure I listen.
We can just give you my seat, and I can back up and do some of the 9,000 other things I'm doing up there.
But I really just wanted to say thank you to Eufaula. I really have a lot of my friends in Minnesota was like, man, you sure you want to do that? And I was like, man, it's home. I mean, I've been here so many summers. I said, you guys don't understand. It was nothing but love and fun here when I was a kid. I got nothing but great memories. I got a chance to see some of my cousins play when they were playing. It's home. So I was excited to come back. Even my mom was like, you've been in Minneapolis, in the big city, and you're used to going to concerts and all this kind of stuff. I was like, Ma, I went to Troy. I'm used to driving an hour and a half everywhere too. It's all good. Plus, no more negative 30-degree weather, no more snowstorms in the middle of April, no negative 10 on Thanksgiving. I'm happy.
Yeah. If you can just put up with 90-degree humidity and 95-degree temperatures, you're good.
I've learned. I'm an old vet. Like I said before, when I came down here, I was overconfident about the heat. I'll admit that. My mom said, you might want to get your AC in your car fixed. It's not Minnesota. And I said, Ma, I don't need that. I don't need the AC. I was here 3 days, and I was like, all right, I got to get my AC fixed.
But you played semi-pro football in Texas. That's got to be worse than anything we got.
Them first 3 days, I got here. Me and my brother and I drove 28 hours straight so I could get to work here nonstop in the U-Haul van. When I got here, as soon as we got out the car, I was like, oh my, this is a different kind of heat. But I've adjusted.
Yeah, you get used to it. If you know you're going to be outside, it's just that going in and out of the air conditioner. To me, it's the worst. I mean,
it is.
If you're out there in it, you still got to take a break, cool off a little bit. But it's better when you know you're out there than the in and out. But to me, anyway. But we appreciate it, Coach, and we wish you much success.
I appreciate it.
Not just this year, but for the rest of your career. So
thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So one last thing before we sign off, we will remind you about the trivia questions. And once again, Chick-fil-A, if you follow, has been a gracious host to us. This is the 4th season that we've hosted the show here. And a trivia question each week. win a free prize. Tonight's that chocolate chunk cookie. But next week's trivia question: the only head coach to coach and win a football and a basketball state championship. What is the answer to that? Who is the only head coach in Eufaula history to coach both a football and a basketball state championship? And the answer to that is Coach George Cochran. All three of us here played for Coach Cochran. Great coach here. Won 2 state championships in football. Won a state championship in basketball as well. So that will be your answer for next week. Show up between 6 and 7 o'clock next week. Get a free prize. We don't know what that is. Could be a ice cream cone, ice cream cup. Could be the great chocolate chunk cookie. It'll be something. But show up next week, 6 o'clock. Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Coach O, Doug Applin, John Wayne Robinson, Keith Bryan, Coach Darrell Jernigan. We appreciate bringing it to you once again. We'll be with you next week. Go Tigers.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.